We are trying to figure out what values of x make this greater than or equal to 0. So the first thing you do is you figure out what the critical numbers, which is you take the numerator and set it equal to 0, and you solve for x. So that gives you x equal -2, x equal -3. And you do the same thing to the denominator. Set x minus 2 equal to 0. Of course, that gives you x equal 2. So these are the values that make this inequality either 0 or undefined. Because if you let x be 2, the denominator is 0. So what you do is you put these on the number line. Make sure you put them in the right order. So these are critical numbers: -3, -2, and 2. And we want to be less, the ones that are less than 5. I'm going to put 5 on here. 4, 3, okay. So look at this piece of your number line, the -2, the -3, all the way up to the 2. And I want you to ignore this part for right now. So I want to choose a number from this interval, let's say -5, and I want to plug it in my inequality. Now I'm looking to see if it gives me a positive number or a negative number. So take -5, -5 plus 2 would be negative, -5 plus 3 would be negative, and -5 minus 2 would be negative. So that's going to give you a negative number. Okay, now let's take -2.5. -2.5, -2.5 plus 2 is negative, -2.5 plus 3 is positive, -2.5 minus 2 would be negative, and that's going to give you a positive number. Now let's take 0 and plug it in. That's going to give you a positive, positive, negative, so a negative. So we're looking for the numbers that make it greater than or equal to 0, which is positive, and that's all of these numbers here, okay? So the question reads, how many of the integers satisfy this inequality are less than 5? Well, this is an integer. That works. This works. Now, if I plug in 2.5 into my inequality, that's going to give me a positive. 2.5 plus 3 is positive. And in the bottom, 2.5 minus 2, that's positive. So this is also positive. Okay. So this area is all positive. So we have a -3, a -2. That gave me positive. This gives me positive. But we can't let x be 2 because that makes the denominator equal to 0. But 3 and 4 are integers that are less than 5, and they're in the region that makes it positive. So how many integers are less than 5 that satisfy the inequality? 4.